It's Tony time, bitches.
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel getting over the plague. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today, we have a bunch of things to go over in the grappling world, the boxing world, and the MMA world, because Jon Jones returns this weekend. Let's get it. This episode is sponsored by I'm Just a Fan of Violence merchandise. You can get your pair of the new shorts. Link in the description, right here. Unfortunately, this weekend, the Gordon Ryan-Felipe Pena match did not go through, as Gordon Ryan contracted a crazy stomach bug that must be going around because I also had a similar issue this weekend. So Gordon Ryan and myself finally have something in common. We both peed out of our buttholes. Luckily for Pena, they were able to secure a replacement in Nicky Rod. Nicky Rod is always up for a scrap, and he always seems prepared as he replaced Magalhães in Gordon Ryan's last bout. And even in his loss, managed to look very good against Gordon Ryan. This bout on Saturday was very similar in that Nicky Rod managed to look very good in his loss. Apparently, this is the theme for the B team. They probably should change that name. In my honest opinion, I think Nicky Rod won. He had the most valid submission attacks, and this is supposed to be a submission-only match. Sure, it had a 30-minute time limit, but it goes to a judge's decision. If you're a judge, and this is a submission-only match, and Nicky Rod seems to be the person who is attacking the only significant submission, correct me if I'm wrong, then I believe the judge's favor should go to him. Since there was no submission, it's all very subjective, and the decision's gonna go where the decision goes. Felipe Pena also had a similar complaint as Gordon Ryan, saying that Nicky Rod seemed to be greased up during most of his match, as there were a couple of pauses in which they had to wipe him down. Simple solution: all competitors should wear long sleeve rash guards. They're used to them anyway. Why not wear them during competition? Should they wear spats? I don't think so. I think they should have the choice if they want to wear spats or not. So if you're a leg locker, wear the spats. If you're not, then don't wear them. Because you're still going to be able to have some sort of traction if one person's wearing them over the other. It's not the same with the arms, though. If I'm trying to grab your hands, I can't wear gloves. So there's no traction. So I think long sleeve rash guard, and you solve this problem. If it actually is an issue. I don't know. I haven't competed at the highest level. After attempting to have this bout 2 times before, Tommy Fury and Jake Paul finally threw down in Saudi Arabia. And if anyone followed my Instagram, it went down exactly as I thought it would. I had saw Tommy Fury's orangutan arms for the first time on Saturday before the bout, and I was like, I've never seen Tommy Fury box before. I have seen Jake box before, but with that reach, it looks like Tommy Fury is going to take this bout. I know he's been boxing since he was 6. He had to have learned something about utilizing reach advantage. And after watching the bout, that's exactly kind of how it played out. He kept them at distance. Jake Paul every now and then tried to rush in with some power shots. But ultimately, Tommy Fury hit him more. And that's how boxing works. Simple as that. I will say that I saw the highlights first, and the person who created the highlights made it look like Jake Paul made it a lot closer fight. So when I saw a split decision, I was like, alright. Then I actually saw the fight afterwards, because, I didn't see it live. Come on. Then, when I saw the actual fight, I was like, yeah, Tommy Fury won this pretty handily. Sure, there was that little knockdown, but Tommy Fury got up so quick, it didn't really do much to sway my opinion. Tommy Fury won that pretty handily, Jake Paul looked pretty decent. I mean, Jake Paul looks like an amateur boxer who's just breaking into the pros. And it's appropriate for his career. This is how boxers start off their careers. They start off looking like amateurs. Listen, I'm not hating on Jake Paul at all. He came out, he fought a pro boxer. He lost a fight that, he looked pretty decent in. What's next for Jake Paul? I think he should fight Mr. Beast. That's the only logical conclusion. UFC 285 is looking pretty stacked. Now, I actually just checked out the full main card, and I'm pretty excited about it. You have two of my favorite grapplers, Matuish Gamrot. I think that's it. They're my favorite grapplers. I look forward to seeing those matchups. I do not look forward to saying their names. Also, you have Valentina Shevchenko, who, at the moment, is my favorite female fighter, even though I'm not a huge fan of women's MMA. As I've said before, I don't really like watching women get all bloody. But Valentina Shevchenko doesn't seem to get all bloody, so she gets rid of these women nice and easy, and I don't see it happening any different this Saturday. She's going to look good doing it, and that match is going to be over quick, hopefully. Bo Nickel has his first fight since being on the Contender Series, and it's already on the main card of a UFC pay-per-view. I think Bo Nickel is going to be the next great American fighting machine that we've all been waiting for. I think Bo Nickel's going to run through Pickett and that whole middleweight division. Let's be quite honest. Sure, he's very young in his career, but looking at the grappling at the top of that division, I think Bo Nickel is going to have an easy path to the world title. Jon Jones makes his much anticipated debut in the heavyweight division against a very dangerous opponent in Cyril Gane. I'm actually looking very forward to this matchup, as, like I said, Cyril Gane does pose some interesting problems for Jon Jones. He has power and he moves well. However, ultimately, Jon Jones is going to do what Jon Jones does. No, not cocaine. He is going to run.
I'm going to make him my wife.
Jon Jones is the GOAT. He's too smart. He's not going to make it a kickboxing battle. He will close the distance. And I think he's going to take him down and submit him, to be quite honest. Sure, in his last few light heavyweight bouts, Jon Jones has looked very human. But I have a theory here. My theory is that he wasn't very much motivated at the end of his light heavyweight run, as he's been running that division for generations at this point. I think he's super motivated to become a heavyweight champion and to run that division like he did the light heavyweight division. So I think we are going to see a next level Jon Jones this Saturday. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner. Fake the shot. Spinning elbow.
I'm gonna make him my wife.